So this is it, the last time, potentially. This could be the swan song for my Apple iOS experience. Hey guys, and welcome back to Tech Sunday. So Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time, whatever you want to call it, I jumped on the Apple website and I ordered iPhone 16 Pro Max. Wasn't a smooth experience, even though Apple would make you feel like it's a really smooth experience because you just jump on at 10 o'clock and you order. It didn't quite work out that way because when you jump on at 10 o'clock, website was down. It said you had to wait and all this kind of stuff. And it took me about 10 or 15 minutes to actually get on. I was looking at some of the forums at the time and some people managed to get on before me. But anyway, I picked the phone I wanted, which was the iPhone 16 Pro Max, 1 terabyte white titanium. The reason I got 1 terabyte, I never have a 1 terabyte phone before, because this could well be my Apple iPhone swan song. I made a video last week that said I wasn't impressed with the new features, and at some point I'm thinking about jumping ship to Android and getting a foldable phone, and if Apple doesn't come up with one of those soon, that may well be the case. So I thought potentially Apple swan song, go big or go home. So 1 terabyte, never had that before. I'll explain why I chose 1 terabyte in a minute. But anyway, by the time I entered all the details and put in the phone I wanted, the 20th of September, which was the official launch date, the delivery is no longer available. So it's blown out to the 25th to the 29th of September, which is fine with me because I don't want to have to go to the Apple store and queue up. Even though you have a reservation, I didn't want to go to the Apple store and pick up my phone. I've done that before, and a lot of people won't know this, but iPhone 3GS, I actually queued up for 8 hours at the Sydney Apple store. I was so excited about it. There were some technical issues apparently, so I got on the train at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and it took me 8 hours in a line to pick up my iPhone 3GS, and that is the last time I've ever queued up for an iPhone. I have picked up a few on reservation in the recent years, but never again would I do that. And this time I can't be bothered. If I get it 2 weeks after launch date, who really cares? My phone currently still works, and it's not like it's a big deal. It's not like there are any new features. But having said that, let's just go through the reason why I've upgraded. As I alluded to in my last video, I'm upgrading because my iPhone 14 Pro Max, the battery is down to about 85% max charge, and I'm having trouble getting through the day without having to charge it because I am a fairly heavy user. So I thought, give it one more chance. If Apple don't come up with something in the next 1 to 2 years, because my upgrade cycle is usually every 2 years, could be 1, but ideally 2. If Apple doesn't come up with something kind of amazing in the next couple of years, there's a reasonable likelihood that I'm going to jump ship to something like Samsung or another company, although it was Android and I don't like Android at this point, that I'm going to jump ship and get a folding phone because I've been saying that for a while. So this could be the end. And if it's going to be in, I'm going to go out with a bang. So 1 terabyte. So let me just go through some of the stuff that was announced and the reason why I'm not so excited. I didn't get the same thrill as I normally get when I blow like nearly $3,000 on a cell phone. The reason I didn't get excited is it doesn't look much different to this. Look, let's just go through a few things. iPhone 16 Pro Max, slightly bigger than this one, which is the 14 Pro Max. Yeah. The bezel is slightly smaller, so there's a little bit more screen real estate. Meh. The battery life is a bit better, which is good. I like longer battery life. That's always a good thing. The processor, a bit faster, but let's be honest. If we go through everything, how many of us have had slowdowns on our phone because our processor hasn't been fast enough to keep up with the current apps? I've never had an experience like that, and I'm sure that not many people have. So whilst it's good, yeah, 1 terabyte, because I do plan to, if I'm going to use this phone to its fullest extent, is I'm going to plan to use the cameras to do a lot of shooting in 4K, and that's going to be kind of memory or storage intensive. So I chose the 1 terabyte. I went through my current iPhone 14 Pro Max after 2 years, and I've used about 400 gigabytes, but that's involved me deleting a lot of videos, deleting photos as I go, backing them up and that kind of stuff. So 1 terabyte's not unreasonable. Speaking of the cameras, you now get a 2 times greater zoom, like optical zoom, not digital, that rubbish. So that's good. The little slidey camera button, it could be a gimmick, but I may like it. So it depends on what it feels like and how functional it is when I finally get hands on it. What else is there? There is USB-C, which finally, that leaves me with the antiquated AirPods Max, which has still got lightning. And it shocks me that the real only upgrade for the new AirPods Max is actually changing Lightning to USB-C and maybe a new color. I mean, come on, Apple, you can do better than that. AI, let me just quickly talk about AI. This Apple Intelligence, that's something that I'm really actually looking forward to using, and apparently it's only available on iPhone 15 and 16. So 14 and downwards, you cannot use Apple Intelligence, even though theoretically the processor, I don't know, may be capable of doing it, but Apple's not allowing that. So 15 or 16, super looking forward to testing that out. And you've seen on all those TV commercials of other Android phones where you can easily erase people from the background of photos, you can get them to write emails for you and all that kind of stuff. I really want to test that out. And Apple is so far behind because all the other phones can do that already, but Apple can't, but now it can. But here's the caveat. This is the one thing that I cannot understand. I just do not understand this at all, is that Apple Intelligence, the thing that's been touted for iOS 18, which is one of the big marketing things for iPhone 16, is not available at launch. In fact, if you use US English, then it's available in October. But if you, like most of us here in Australia, use Australian English, it's not available till December. What is going on here, Apple, that you can charge somebody this much money with a promise of a future update of an iOS which allows this to happen? This is crazy. Why don't you just get the AI sorted out and have it ready for launch date rather than making people spend? It's like, give me the money and I might give you something later. Not sure, can't tell you when. Probably be available around this time, but just give me your money now. I promise, I swear, I come swear that it's going to be available. Come on. Like, it's $3,000 and you can't even organize Apple Intelligence. So it's not really Apple Intelligence. It's more like Apple can't really get it fixed before it comes out. Yes, it's going to come out in a future iOS release, but I just feel like they're taking the piss by having people pay all this money. And the major marketing thing about iPhone 16 is like the new, everything starts again, everything starts anew. Apple Intelligence, not available. So next time you see me in one of these iPhone videos, I'll be reviewing the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Like I said, it's like a $3,000 phone if you get the 1 terabyte Pro Max. And I've decided that I am not going to spend even more money to get an Apple branded case and a screen protector from Apple. Like that, it easily add another $100, $150 to your order. And the reality is the Apple cases aren't that cool. And every time I've bought an Apple phone case on release day, because I bought it with the phone, in a couple of months I've ended up getting a new case. So I'm just going to buy some cheapie from Amazon or from JB Hi-Fi or something. I'm going to buy a screen protector from a similar place. And if I don't like the case, that costs me $20 or $30. I can buy 3 of them before I spend as much as I do buying one Apple cell phone case. So that's my plan. I'm going to order these things. They'll probably come before the phone, and I'm going to wait. The other thing about getting this phone delivered is that you have to be at home to have this phone delivered, which I can get because you don't want to leave a $3,000 thing on the front door so someone can steal it. But it's all a bit convoluted where even if you give the permission to leave the phone, they won't, and you have to, if you're not at home, you have to go pick it up at a post office, something like that. So it's a tiny hassle, but still, I just don't want to go to the Apple store to pick up this phone. So that's what I've decided to do. I'm not going to get this phone on launch day because my delivery is going to be about 9 days after that, but that's okay. I'm not that excited. It's not like there's something that I can't get my hands on because it's pretty much the same. And the reason I bought this phone, apart from the necessary upgrade, is the Apple Intelligence, and it won't be available when I even get my phone delivered 2 weeks after release date. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But anyway, that's it for another video. Let me know in the comments below whether you bought a phone, whether you're planning on getting a phone, and hopefully we can share some opinions as to how good or how bad this phone is when we finally get our hands on it. But thank you for watching. Remember to give me a like, give me a subscribe if you like my stuff, and I'll catch you next time in another video. Bye.